What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is around, I think 5. Yeah, it's about 5:23 in the morning. It's Saturday. Yesterday, it definitely stormed. It definitely has stormed. So I guess I'm just gonna ravel on for a bit. So this month is almost over, not quite. We got I want to say this week to go, and then next week, and next month, which is August, is allegedly supposed to be my sister and her family's last month with us. Allegedly. I told mom, or asked mom, I asked her, I said, what is your plan when they're not going to leave? What is your plan when they won't leave? Like, you gotta have a backup plan. She's like, no, they're gonna leave. Like, I don't care where they end up, they need to go. I say that because, again, they're hypocrites. They're going on a trip, anniversary trip, this weekend or this upcoming Monday, right? This upcoming Monday. And penny pinching, Well, if you're penny pinching, and if you're still, again, bitching and complaining about your checks, then why are you going on a trip? Because, again, they don't want to pay how they weigh. And my sister's family think it's fucking funny seeing me and mom struggle, but mainly seeing mom struggle, because they don't help with anything. They don't help with any expenses. And I know I talked about this before and so forth and so on, and I don't want to keep going sounding like a broken record, but the truth is, me and mom, me especially, we made the mistake of having them come down here. We made that mistake. They were better off being left where they were, which was up in Indiana. They were better off being where they were. And now that we know how they are, it's fucking ridiculous, because I know if this keeps going on, I'm not going to be able to get this house fixed and then to be able to continue remodeling repairs. Because, again, the more money you put into this house, the more money that you put into a house, the more it's going to be worth. The last bit of this house that's going to get done is the outside. And I'm going to be 41, 42 when that happens, because I'm saving up my money. I'm paying for all this as time goes by. Now, I know mom will be around to see the inside of the house finished, but I don't think she's going to be around long by the time I'm 42 and when the outside gets finished. And then, like I said, if this keeps going on, there's not going to be any money to do anything. There's not going to be no money to do anything. I do believe that we are better off just giving up this house, surrendering it. And for me to sell my stuff, that's where there'll be money there to put money down, or an extension down, or the payment down on a trailer, or a level or first floor apartment if they don't leave, for me and mom. That's way, if our arms become twisted behind our back, we'll just fucking surrender the house and sell it as is, see how much we can get for it. That way they have no choice but to fucking leave. But I don't want to lose the only home that we have had. I don't want to lose the only home that we known for so long, because we came so many times close to losing that house. And in the past, it was my money in the end, and my name with loans being took out of it is what saved that house. People don't understand, like, mortgages and payments on a house, like, they get super fucking expensive. They do. The taxes on them get expensive. And I'm trying to keep the house. I'm trying to make sure me and mom stay out of debt. And all I can think about right now is because me and mom been going hungry because of them, because they keep eating every fucking damn thing. They do. They have an eating problem. They're fucking beast, overweight. My niece complains about not getting enough sleep. One thing is, you stay up till fucking 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, giggling on the fucking phone with your boyfriend. And me, I feel weak because I'm not getting proper nutrition in me. I'm not getting the proper nutrients that is needed. There's times where I feel weak, times where I feel shaky, times where I know that it's because I am going hungry. And a lot of my money that I do make and do go towards mom and helping her out, helping out with the bills, because they're not wanting to help anything. She started crying because she wanted me to go to the gas station and buy her a banana. I couldn't afford to buy her banana, which is like $1.30, because I spent my last $2 the day prior of getting her a banana at the gas station. Like, me and mom feel weak at times, but we go hungry, and whatever I try to get a hold of, I try to put away from me and her. Like, this is how bad their eating habits are. So they ordered 5 boxes of pizzas from Little Caesars. Within that same day, no more, not even close to 24 hours, man. Like, within that same day, within that same night, they wiped out through all 5 of those boxes. Me and mom only had 3 slices of it. That was it. We only had that much to eat, right? Which is a total of 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. It just gets really fucking bad. It does. Oh my God. It's just ridiculous with their eating habits, with their eating habits. And it's disgusting. It is. Hell, mom had to borrow money to pay the lawnmower man yesterday. Hell, my sister's so fucking cheap, she won't even fucking help with that. She can't help with $40 fucking for her mother. And right now, me, I can't do nothing. Man, I'm spent. I got $52 left to my name in the account. Like, that's all I got. That's all I got. So come the 28th, because I have $10 right now put away to my name physically, that's not the account. Plus, I'll get $35 back after paying the phone bill from me and mom, which I'll receive $35 back. So I think that's close to, $45 in total, to where I'm gonna go try to get myself something to eat. Try to get what I can. I'm gonna try to see if I can at least have enough to at least get a 12-piece, 15-piece of wings at Shell's gas station. Eat half of that and save mom half. I always, one thing I always say, man, family to me is like the worst thing somebody can ever have happen to them, because nothing good comes from that. Nothing good comes from it. I wish things were better, but it just comes so much of a financial headache when it comes to that. So enough about really that. I just really wanted to get that off my chest. So this week, within the next couple of days, school starts right back up again. Man, do I remember those years having to go registration day, which is also considered a half day of school, and then the full day starts right back up the following day. Man. And I went to some schools that are just not around anymore. Yeah, man. It's crazy to think about that, though. It is. It's crazy to think about that. Kindergarten. I forgot what the name of the school was, but it was also another term known as Head Start. That school is no longer elementary school no more, though. Yeah, man, like it got changed into what the fuck you call it? The school where they send bad kids to. Alternative school, that's it. It changed into an alternative school. Like, I literally have an old school shirt from when I went to this in particular kindergarten elementary school and pictures. And I found an old report card of mine going back to a school, McDowell. Man, McDowell was a really good elementary school because it done a lot for the community, and it was the first black elementary school in Tennessee to be built during the time. And they raised so much money over the years that they were there that the whole community process on the other side of town is very wealthy because of that school. Well, because they have such a good reputation of doing good things, the last time I was there, they raised so much money to get a new playground built. Well, as we all know, over time, executives come and go and change hands, and eventually you're going to have somebody that's going to screw up the money. And lo and behold, guess what ended up happening? Somebody screwed up the money to where this school had to shut down. It got bought. They tore it down sometime last year, and they're going to build apartment complexes. They have no idea the biggest fucking mistake they just made, because you're going to bring down the value property of that by building apartment complexes. Now you're going to make a wealthy neighborhood with big houses and people with jobs and stuff have to move out, because now you're going to turn it into a drug-infested, gang-related neighborhood within the next 5-10 years. Mark my words on that. Man, I really wish I don't know how much stuff they threw out, because I really would have loved a yearbook from when I was there, because I used to have a few and I don't anymore. Yeah, I remember the next school I went to, which was Riverside. Riverside was a good school. It wasn't wealthy or rich. It was a bit poor, but it was a good school. You know, it was a 2-story school. For an elementary school, it was 2 stories. That's where a lot of the best moments with the book fairs were during that time. Now, Riverside's still around, but a lot of the surrounding parts changed. Like they used to have like a trailer park next by. I know they don't anymore. Now they got like this workout park right next to it. You know, that was never there when I was around. I would say the next school I went to, Brown School Elementary, which I still have yearbooks from there. Ah, man, I have so many memories though. I would say Brown School is where I really learned how to fight. You know, it was a ghetto school. It was tough. But hey, man, you gotta throw hands and stand up for yourself. You know, win or lose, because people will respect you regardless. Because at least you fought. I remember having to walk in the rain, and my shirt was wet. You know, I lived close to that school, so I was considered a walker. You know, and so the principal, who done a really good job with that school, until the SR officer put some bullshit on him and had him fired. But he did such a good job at that school. Like, he gave me a clean school shirt, you know. I wish I had a lot of those elementary school shirts, though, that Mom bought for me over the years every time I went to a different grade. I still have all my yearbooks. You know, the first two elementary schools, no, Riverside and Brown has really showed my struggle with learning. With me having dyslexia and dyscalculia, not understanding the work. That's where a lot of that really showed. I will never forget the smell, though, on the 24th of every July when it came to registration day. It was like every time you go into a new homeroom, it felt like a different universe. You had these different scents that were in the air. You were hoping like, man, I wonder is anybody I know, man, because I think that's like all of our comfort zones in our child years and our adolescent years throughout school is, okay, let me see if there's anybody I know. Like that's our comfort zone. That's way, you know, we don't have to feel by ourselves. You know, we don't have to feel alone. Ah, man. That was the last time no, that's when ended up finding this one Dragon Ball magazine at the book fair. Yeah, I remember that. A lot of good stuff, man. We even had back then when the Beyblades first started, we had Beyblade tournaments. We had Beyblade tournaments then. Middle school, I covered so much of that, but you know, middle school was so different. That's when things, you know, shit, man, they felt like a little bit scarier, you know. And when you get into middle school, you got all these other new people that are going to middle school who came from other elementary schools, and like your chances of hoping that you know somebody in a new class, like, slim to none. You know what I'm saying? Slim to none. Middle school was the last years that I remember there being a book fair. Now, I'm not going to get so much to the high school. You know, I think everybody's high school experience, man, is pretty much the same. I would say except for this generation, because it's different, though. It's different because they get to use more of technology and resources and have more freedom than what me and my generation grew up having. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a lot of freedom in high school, though. But yeah, man, down here in Tennessee, depending on where you are, you know, you get like 1 month of summer vacation, and then you have to start prepping to go right back to school in July. So right now, Walmart's in Office Max, you know, it's fucking crazy because everybody's buying school supplies. Yeah, everybody's buying school supplies. Everybody buying school stuff, man. It's crazy. I do miss school at times. I mean, I have thought about really get my GED, but I know it wouldn't be the same. But I'm like, do I really want to do that? Thing is, man, no. Like, I just don't want to go for it, you know. I know one thing that I'm still hunting for are people that are selling yearbooks from middle school, high school yearbooks, man. From schools I went to, which was Whitthorne Middle School. I'm looking for a yearbook within 06 to 07. I want to say, and then like my freshman year. So I got out in high school in 010 because I skipped a grade, honestly, because I would be too old if I would have stayed full 4 years. I would have been 19 years old. So I would say, when did I enter in middle school? High school. I'm gonna say, you know what? I entered in middle school of 2005. So 2006 would be 7th, 2007 would be 8th, maybe. Like, I'm 33, so I'm really trying to fucking remember this the best I can. Freshman year for Columbia Central High School. See, 10, 9, 8, 7. It's either going to be 2007 or 2008 yearbook that I'm going to be looking for. So 2007, 2008 yearbook for freshman year, right? Which means, 10, 9, 8, 7. So I would say 2005, 2006 for Whitthorne Middle School yearbook is also what I'm looking for. So that's the ones I'm pretty much looking for. If you guys are wondering, like, wait, how are you that old, man? Because I was held back twice. Born early 90s, born 1990, but I was held back during my first grade year, and I had to go to summer school just so I could pass on. But because of that, I got held back. And, you know, again, that's because I didn't know the work. Passed from the learning disabilities is the reason why. And, you know, why I have conversation on this channel for several years now, talking about the school system and using my experience where, you know, anybody that was in special needs classes, they like to do, like, I had this conversation with my sister, but my nephew likes to fucking argue with shit. Like, he doesn't understand. Your older sister didn't get accepted into college classes or to a college. Because what the high school system likes to do for people with special needs, they like to make them think, to say, hey, we want to see if you will do good in a college, so we're going to give you some college classes, but you're going to take them in the high school. Now, he never went to fucking high school because, you know, my sister, his mother had him fucking drop out at middle school. She doesn't care about her kids' education, let's be honest. She really doesn't. But, you know, they done the same thing to me. Hey, you're going to take these college classes, but you're going to have them here in high school. We're just going to see how you do. Like, this is just a test. Oh, well, you passed, which in reality I didn't. If I did, I would have actually got accepted to something. So for people with special needs, they like to do that to them to make them think that they're going somewhere. When in reality, when we so-called finish, they give us a fake diploma, which is a special ed diploma. It's not considered real by the US government. It is something that's considered fake. No sign-offs, no stamps. That's how I know. I know because I had a verbal agreement, a deal, that if I made an A in a regular math class, I would finish with a regular diploma with a silver seal stamp of approval. And that didn't happen, even though I made an A+. Alright? Even though I made an A+. So, you know, they like to pass people like that on by through the cracks just to get rid of them. Because if you hold a student back, it costs the state money. I don't see how, but it does. You know. Again, I went into so much with that over this channel and everything, you know. But crazy, I've been out of school for over a decade now and some change. Is there some parts I miss, some parts I don't. The parts that I miss, I wish I had a video camcorder for back then, you know, to capture moments or what have you. But I don't. So that's really about it. You know, nothing really too crazy going on. But that being said, hey man, I'm out. Peace.